Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, One Punch Man Season 2, Episode 9. Yes, last time we saw how Goketsu defeated everybody. He defeated Genos outside the stadium, and he was so powerful that he didn't care about the rest of the fighters, at least not as a threat. He just wanted to recruit them as monsters for the Monster Association. And we learned that even though Shiryu is very, very strong, he wasn't rival for Goketsu. And I love this because it's like a build up for Saitama, that you are showing just how powerful the monster is. Just to see Saitama fighting this monster. And this is the same kind of with the other dude, with the four-armed dude. He is strong. Yes, he's pretty strong. He was strong beforehand, and now he is stronger thanks to the monsterification. But that is still, we know that he is not capable of defeating Saitama. We know this. And yeah, it's obvious for the premise. I mean, come on. We have a lot of episodes. 18 episodes, I think. There's like 12 episodes or 13 episodes. 12 episodes for the first season, and then 9 episodes to this other series. So yeah, it's 21. Sorry, I don't know how to count, okay? But anyway, 21 episodes so far of One Punch Man. And we know, this is not a spoiler, we know that Saitama is going to beat the crap of everything and everyone. This is not a spoiler. So yes, I love the build-up, but other thing that is marvelous in this series is how they change the perspective. They don't focus on the goal of achieving immense strength. That goal is already achieved, but it's something else. Anyway, I think I'm boring you enough, and I think we waited long enough for this second season, and hopefully, well, not second season, for this episode of the second season. And yes, hopefully we're going to improve in here thanks to that extra week that they have, that the studio has. So yeah, hopefully this is going to be a lot better than previous episodes. So yeah, let's just cut the presentation and watch the episode, shall we? Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time the 9 episode of the second season of One Punch Man. And I think they try to cram way too much information within this episode. Yes, we start obviously with the defeat of Bakusan. I think it was Bakusan. Yes, I think it's Bakusan, the monster, the four-armed monster. Obviously the previous martial artist. And then of course the defeat of Goketsu. But if you watch that first part, it's kind of anticlimactic to have this on the middle of the episode. Yes, they tried to do a good cliffhanger with last time, and it worked. It was a good cliffhanger. The second half, as I previously mentioned, the second half of the previous episode, episode 8, was good. I'm not gonna say spectacular, I'm not going to say the best or something like that, no, but it was good. It was genuinely entertaining. You were interested in the story. You were kind of captured by the drama and by the weak state of somebody previously strong, in this case Shiryu. And that worked. For the cliffhanger, it worked. The problem with that cliffhanger was the fact that in this episode, yes, the first half of it worked pretty well. You saw Saitama being, well, invincible when Bokusan, I think it is. Oh, god damn it, I always forget his name. But when he tried to well, be an ass, be a complete ass, trying to defeat Saitama and being full of himself because he believed now that he was invincible. Obviously with the exception of Goketsu, because he knew just how powerful he was. He's still full of himself, as I said before. And you see that attitude because, yeah, everything. What I understand for the monstrification is that it just enhance everything. That the strength, the brutality, the terrible feelings that associate with a monster, the negative feelings, let's say. But this is not enough to defeat Saitama, obviously. Saitama has reached a level that is, well, way too high. And yes, I know within the universe there is still no explanation to him for him to reach said level. Yes, we know the real explanation that this is not the path of a hero or the normal path of the hero in which we have to reach the maximum strength for us to be able to defeat the evil that is lurking in the shadows. This is a different type of anime and a different type of story. That is obvious. But within the universe, we don't have set explanation. But that is obviously irrelevant because in the end, Saitama destroyed Bakusan. He just absolutely destroyed him. And I want to speak about this scene because this is an aspect I did not like. Yeah, what a surprise. I did not like something about the animation of the second season. I didn't like the kind of... I don't know if they tried to censorship the gore in the anime, or it's just a mistake, or I have no idea what the hell they were doing. Once Bakusan was, well, destroyed, we cannot see the blood, or we cannot see red, we see black. And yes, in a manga makes sense, because it's always white and black. But in the anime it doesn't make any sense, and even makes even less sense when you show the gore after that, when you saw the eye and the brain and everything just there in the ground. Why did you put a black color in the body of Bakusan when we have seen monsters that have no black blood? It's absurd what they try to do here. It's just absurd. But anyway, yeah, and then of course Saitama went and defeated Goketsu. The important part here is to show kind of the different perspective of somebody else. Somebody strong, in this case Shiryu, who believes there is always, well, he believed before him there was nobody stronger as him. Just Saitama, and that's it. But he figured out that there are a lot more powerful beings, in this case monsters and Saitama. And after being saved by Saitama, he didn't want to lose his own hero. And I guess this is kind of a personal hero for him. That he now looks up to heroes because they do what he was too coward to do when he found himself, well, being defeated. And he was mourning the death of Saitama without even realizing that Saitama is way too strong. Which is shown by, well, the decapitation of Goketsu with one punch. Again, honoring the name of the character. That is what I talk about in the beginning of the presentation. That yes, they did a good job, kind of pumping you out for this monster, for Goketsu. You are shown that he is way too powerful, that the beings that are around him are way too weak, and he is way too powerful. Yeah, oh my god, he's way too strong. And even before the death of Goketsu, we saw Genos speaking, oh, we need all the S-Class heroes, or several S-Class heroes, go together against this monster, and with the help of Saitama, we can defeat him. Again, this is kind of a weird strategy to make you feel that, yeah, this dude is seriously strong. But honestly, even within the manga, when I read the manga for the first time, I was thinking, no, Genos, you are underestimating Saitama again. Saitama alone could defeat this dude pretty easily. And yes, after that, we saw that, yes, Saitama defeated this dude way too easily. And I love this part of the manga. Again, I'm just speaking about the first half of the manga, of the episode, because it shows how Shiryu changed. That yes, in the beginning of the tournament arc, we are shown a very aggressive Shiryu, a very abrasive hero, not a hero, Shiryu, a very mean being in Shiryu, that he doesn't care as long as he's happy. Even the monster, he doesn't care because they are just going to destroy the weak ones. But now that after he experiment being in the shoes of the weak one, that is when he doesn't like that feeling. And that is when he changed. This drastic change is way too fast, but not thanks to the circumstances that we receive in this episode, or in this, in this chapter. Because something extraordinary happens to him, and therefore is believable for him to change that quickly, to change his attitude towards heroes and his attitude towards general stuff. And that is what I love about this manga, about this special chapter, because we don't see the defeated of Goketsu, because that wasn't the point of the chapter in the manga or the episode in the anime. That isn't the point. We know that Saitama is going to defeat Goketsu. But the point of this is kind of making the change in Shiryu and showing you how other people perceive Saitama before and after they figured out just how ridiculously strong he is. That's why I'm not complaining that they skip the fight, because there is no fight between Goketsu and Saitama. There is no fight, because again, that isn't the point of the chapter and the episode. If you want to see a fight between these two, there is a kind of animation. I don't remember if there are animation, a very rudimentary animation, or just kind of a manga, and there is a video of that with a translation in YouTube. I will try to find it, and I'm going to put the link in the description below. But yes, it is pretty spectacular what they did with the little information that we know from the manga and from the anime. But again, that isn't the point. And I love the fact that they keep it like that, because I was scared that they are going to give us a fight that doesn't fit within the narrative of this episode or the manga, as I said before. But no, they actually did follow the manga pretty well up to this point. There is still some weird aspect and weird frames in the animation. Yes, they are, but it is a decent first half. Now, the second half is when they try to cram way too much information in the episode. We saw several heroes defeated other monsters. Well, we saw only Pretty Prisoner. And we saw the return of the armored gorilla, defeating a very strong monster with one punch. Learning from the master, obviously. And we saw Zombie Man. There is something else in here for Zombie Man, but obviously I'm not going to spoil anything about it. But yes, this is... the second half is kind of irrelevant besides the point that King made, because again, we saw the existential crisis in Saitama, that he's way too strong, he cannot do anything else to grow, anything like that. But King kind of shows us that Saitama is in a mistake here. Yes, you have achieved maximum strength. There is nobody as strong as you. There is literally nobody who is able to defeat Saitama. And King knows it. Even if he is the strongest hero, even if he is not as powerful as the rest of the class is, hell, not even as strong as a class C, he can see that. At least not in the normal way, let's say. Anyway, as I was saying, and he offers a wonderful speech. A marvelous speech, which I did not remember if I read it in the manga until obviously I read it later on and check it out that yes, the speech is here. So yeah, they took the speech from the manga and put it here, but it was deliberately very well, but it was very well delivered by the voice actor. I love the voice he used for this speech, telling that Saitama, yes, you might be the strongest, but there are a ton of stuff that you can do. You can learn other skills, not just being the strongest. And even call him kind of egocentrical in Saitama's behalf that yes, you might be strong, but it's pretty egocentrical because there are a lot of abilities that you lack. And yes, this is obvious. We know that Saitama is not the ultimate hero. He has the strength of the ultimate hero. Yeah, that is for certain. But the ultimate hero, in my opinion, for the series is Moomin Rider. He is just so amazing. The only thing that Moomin Rider lacks is the strength to back up his heroism. That is the only thing missing in there. And yeah, that is exactly how I feel about Saitama and about Moomin Rider. And I love the speech. I was so impressed by the speech because, again, I did not remember the speech exactly, or even if it happened in the manga. And that's why I love that part. That part, even as a slow one as it is, was pretty marvelous. And of course, we end up with this last stick of Saitama punching Garu because he was about to attack King. And I love the irony of this speech later on. Oh, maybe you will meet the hero hunter Garu. Oh, he might be stronger than me, when we know that Saitama has beaten Garu twice. So yes, it's kind of ironic that poor Saitama, he's not going to meet his match next either. And yes, again, a funny part when they are going to play video games. Yeah, Saitama is so worked up because King is so good at video games, so good. So yeah, it's a funny part. It's a very intriguing part. The last one is, of course, we return to Sonic, and they gave us the information that he's going to become a monster. I am not saying anything about that because, well, I don't know if it's a spoiler, but I'm going to preserve this knowledge. Okay, I'm going to say this. It's a small spoiler, but just in case you haven't watched the anime or read the manga, I'm going to say a spoiler. I'm going to put an annotation in which time I stop the spoiler. And yeah, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Okay? Okay. Sonic does not transform into a monster. He had diarrhea, as they said, and the monster cell just go out of his body and he does not transform into a monster. It was just a gag. And that's it. Anyway, after that, we intermix the credits with a lot more information. We discover the Monster Association and all of that. Well, we do not. We already knew that. But the Hero Association discovered all this. They discover the name of the main monster, the King Orochi, and all of that. And we end up with the Monster Association communicating directly with the Hero Association. This is a kind of neat cliffhanger because, well, it kind of gets you, oh, what is going to happen with the Hero Association? But it's not as good as last episode. It doesn't hold that much weight. Yes, we kind of want to know what the Monster Association really wants, but still, it's not as relevant because we know that Saitama is going to beat them, and this is not a spoiler. We know this because this is One Punch Man. We know that in the end, Saitama, as long as we have Saitama, nothing is going to be transcending that. Humanity is not going to be defeated because Saitama is there. That's why we don't have that apprehension. Oh my god, what they want. Oh, what are we going to do? So it doesn't work as well with the cliffhanger. Now that I expressed my opinion about the episode, let's talk about the title of the episode, The Ultimate Dilemma. I don't know why they call it The Ultimate Dilemma. If they are referring to Sonic Dilemma to becoming a monster, that is completely irrelevant. That is nonsense, honestly. Because the dilemma is to become a monster or not, and there wasn't a dilemma. Sonic was willing to become a monster because he wanted to defeat Saitama, and in the end, spoiler alert. Okay, I'm not going to say it. You already know that if you watch the entire video. But yeah, in the end, it's irrelevant. Now, if the dilemma is between Saitama and Shiryu, that is irrelevant too. Because Shiryu has already decided to become a hero just to follow the steps of Saitama, and that's it. That is it. There is no dilemma here. There is nothing of that sort in this episode. So I do not understand the title of the episode. I genuinely don't know. And I have been reading that this is going to be a 12 episode series or 13 episode series, which again worries me. Not because, oh, there's too much to ruin, but because people who only exclusively watch the anime is going to be disappointed in the end of the second season. And by what we are seeing, I don't know if they're going to renew for a third season. So I have no idea where this is going. I know what we're going to see next episode, but I don't know where actually the series is going once I read the manga. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to talk about that when I finish or when the second season is over. But anyway, I think I exhausted the topic of this episode. I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, I have nothing else to say. So thank you for your attention and see you on the next one. Bye.
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, give it a like so the algorithm from YouTube will help me out. And check my other videos, share them, and also why not subscribe to my channel and join this community. And as always, I want to thank you for your attention, your likes, and even your dislikes, your comments, which is something I always look forward to read. And yeah, once more, thanks and see you on the next one.